Welcome to our channel, ladies and gentlemen. I do have a problem with some of the Kenya Kwanza leaders, and this is because they continue to play politics so much that they don't know where the politics should end. They have not drawn a line where serious matters are being talked about and politics. One of the issues that William Ruto is still trying to deal with that has really become a thorn in the flesh is the issue of insecurity, especially that is happening in Pokot, in Baringo, where bandits have virtually taken over and they are running riot of the residents. This is a very serious issue that someone should not even play politics. But yesterday, some bandits killed a pastor in Mount Elgon because they continue to maraud around and they kill people. So one of the MPs who went there under the guise of mourning with them is the Kimilili MP Didmas Baraza. As always, when something happens, leaders are called upon and they come to issue statements. But Didmas Baraza, to me, appeared a mediocre and a person who does not know where to stretch his jokes. Instead of addressing the issues at hand, because as a member of parliament, they know they can address some of these issues inside parliament. That is why they are called members of parliament. They are representatives of the people. They exercise powers on behalf of the people who elected them. Didmas Baraza, instead of sticking to the issue at hand, he started saying things that should have not been spoken there because they are mere politics. Look at what he was saying. That Kimilili MP Didmas Baraza has now demanded that the bodyguards assigned to opposition leader Raila Odinga be withdrawn and assigned to other duties in Mount Elgon region after a pastor was allegedly killed by bandits in the area. Now, quoting him, this is what Kimilili MP said, that tayari nimeambia CS Kithure Kindiki kwamba wale polisi ambao ni bodyguards wa mzee wa kitendawili anahangaika nayo anyang'anywe, wakuje hapa waweke security. Si nyinyi mnataka Raila anyang'anywe bodyguards aweke security hapa? Just to translate is that I have told CS Kithure Kindiki that the police Raila is using as bodyguards be withdrawn and assigned. Do you want Raila security to be withdrawn so that they are brought here? You know, that is why I'm telling you that this is unaccepted. We are in a place where someone has lost life and the family members are there, friends are there. They are bereaved. And an MP, a member of parliament who has got a mandate to go and champion the cause and the demands of the residents is there. And he can do this in parliament. So instead of addressing the issue, he starts playing politics. Let me ask you, how many bodyguards does Raila Odinga have? And if they were to be withdrawn and given to their assigned duty in Mount Elgon, will that help the situation? What about somewhere in Baringo and Pokot and all the other places where we have insecurity issues? What about in town, in the CBD and all the towns where we still have issues of insecurity? I think that sometimes we really, personally, I don't know whether I'm wrong, but whenever someone has lost life, because they say that one life lost is just too many lives, just too much. So Baraza should know where he should go and start to play this politics, because number one, he also knows that he cannot pursue the withdrawal of Raila's security. Raila is a senior citizen in Kenya and he's got security. Baraza himself has got security officers. I remember sometimes he shot someone. I don't know where that case ended, but I think it is because he's allied to the UDA fraternity. He got away with it. He killed someone. Now, he goes to a spot where someone has been killed and he issues statements that are only meant to, I don't know, they wanted to look good or something. Like I said, he can champion this in parliament. He belongs to the UDA fraternity. He can go there, request for security to be beefed up. They can be added more security. He can even request so that they build a police station in that area instead of issuing, because from that statement alone there isn't anything tangible that can have a permanent solution in that area, apart from just issuing statements so that people can shout and laugh. Number two, I think he was mocking. To me, this is mocking a family that has been bereaved. You know, when I'm bereaved and you come here and start telling me that security personnel of a certain politician should be taken so that they come and beef up security in my area, you are not helping me. And I think that Didmas Baraza must be called to order and he must be condemned. And any other leader who goes to a place where people are mourning and he starts playing politics, to me this is wrong. Little did he know that while speaking this way, he was only but exposing the Ruto government. You see, security now lies under William Samuel Ruto. He is the commander-in-chief of all the armed forces. And I remember when William Ruto was campaigning, he promised to deal with the issue of insecurity. And he had lined a number of measures. He had even blamed the Ruto administration of trying to undermine him, of not knowing how to deal with the insecurity situation in the country. Now the ball is on his court and William Ruto can't deal with it. The other time I remember, he even took members of the KDF to help with the insecurity, to help and manage, but it's not happening. The other day, the bandits dodged Kithure Kindiki's men and they killed people. They do that even when Kithure Kindiki has gone to visit them. They continue doing that even if William Ruto, I remember when he was a deputy president, there was a time he was in Pokot. They killed a chief there, a certain chief. And these people are people who, do I say they are trained, they know that area very well. Instead of playing politics, Ruto should sit down and see how to change strategy, because in essence it is only making sense to say that William Ruto has been overwhelmed with this security issue. He must change his plans, because this is a lack of a strategy. He went there, he sent the KDF there thinking that this was going to help. And I remember experts who are experienced in this field, people like the governor Natembeya, told Ruto very well that charging KDF to those areas is not a solution. And I remember when they were in a prayer rally and Natembeya went there. Natembeya told him that sometimes the people you are dining with, the people you are sitting with and are spreading for you this red carpet, are the people who are part and parcel of this insecurity. In essence, Natembeya was telling him that he should be very careful. They must deal with the leaders first. The sponsors of these bandits are the very, very members of parliament who shout and who make noise. So when you go there to investigate, they're the people who are heading these investigations. And sometimes I even remember Natembeya saying that they went they requested for the KDF officers, and the former president Uhuru Kenyatta gave them. Now you are given coordinates where you think these bandits are located, yet it is the opposite. When you hit south, they are in the north, and they know the caves. You saw how the KDF was trying to bomb the caves, but they are doing it externally, but the bandits are inside. They know that area, they are well coordinated, and it's something that goes beyond politics. So Didmas Baraza, I think, in my opinion, went overboard, and we should caution all the leaders. What they should be doing is to help the family to give a befitting send-off to that pastor, and they should ensure that moving forward, they even make laws that will help. If it is beefing up security by adding more security officers, well and good. But playing politics, that is where it ended, and people shouted, because some of these people, you must talk about Raila to remain politically relevant. But it doesn't help by the end of the day. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know what to think, but that is my take.